Two states are looking to implement EV incentives. Canada gets some great Tesla news. The cars may soon literally have a voice, and we get some updates on the semi program. This is Tesla Tidbits episode number 566 for January 13th, 2020. This show is sponsored by my supporter Richard. If you're in the market for a new Tesla, please consider using his referral code. Ask your salesperson to use code Richard174 or go direct to the web link ts.la/Richard174 and pick up a 1,000-mile supercharging credit for your new vehicle. We lead off the week with some good news in different places with EV incentives thanks to our friend Vincent on Twitter via Tasmanian. First, over in New Jersey, the legislature has introduced a bill that would establish two rebate programs. One is a rebate of up to $5,000 for EV buyers, as well as another of up to $500 for installing home EV charging equipment. The bill still needs to go through more process to be approved, so this isn't a foregone conclusion. Nearby in Massachusetts, they've revived a program with the same benefits of a credit for purchase as well as the installation of EV charging equipment for multi-dwelling units and EV fleets. In Massachusetts, BEVs costing under $50,000 are eligible for a $2,500 rebate. Plug-in hybrid electric vehicles with a range of more than 25 miles will be eligible for a $1,500 rebate. Unlike New Jersey, this rebate is active now and through the end of 2021. So if you're in New Jersey, encourage your legislators to support the bill, and if you're in Massachusetts, take advantage of your rebate. Number 2 comes from Tesla themselves. The long-awaited completion of the Supercharger route across Canada has been completed. Their tweet said, quote, "Trans-Canada Supercharger route from Vancouver to Halifax is now open. Over half the locations are V3 for the fastest charging speeds." End quote. This is amazing for our friends in Canada. That they are also V3 chargers most of the time is a huge bonus in traversing the country quickly. Congrats, folks. You definitely deserve it. Number 3, we peruse Elon's Twitter account to find out something that's a bit out of left field. I'll leave it to Elon to tell us. Quote, "Teslas will soon talk to people if you want. This is real," end quote. We've heard him use that "this is real" tag before. This was accompanied by a video of a red Model 3 driving by with audio saying, quote, "Well, don't just stand there staring," end quote. He followed that up saying, quote, "And of course, your car will be able to fart in their general direction," end quote. This, of course, led to many suggestions as to celebrities that should be added to the car for its voice. Myriad good suggestions are out there. Samuel L. Jackson, Chuck Norris, and Morgan Freeman, among others. But the most obvious, at least for me, is the voice of Kit from the TV series Knight Rider. I grew up with the show, and that show is exactly the reason I had such a love for Firebirds as a kid. Looking forward to see what this feature becomes. Finally today, we see an update from the Semi program courtesy of Electrek. The Semi program originally saw the truck scheduled to begin production in 2019, but alas, as we all know, that did not happen. From an update that reservation holders got from the company, we learned that limited production is now scheduled for the back half of this year. They elaborated on the testing they're doing to validate the Semi. Quote, "Over the last few months, we have continued testing the trucks in real-world conditions. We also spent time at a proving ground to evaluate the truck's resilience over rougher road conditions. Using instruments mounted on the vehicle, we collected road input data to ensure the trucks can handle severely degraded roads. At our own Fremont test facility, we subjected the trucks to a number of high-energy, discrete events such as curb strikes, potholes, and other harsh inputs to confirm the truck is capable of handling common hazards. Our test vehicles have held up great thus far and continue to impress. In addition to real-world tests, we also successfully completed several important engineering development checkpoints." End quote. On top of this, it seems that they're doing some additional winter weather testing, so folks in northern states should be on the lookout for the big sleek beasts. Quote, "In the short term, this is gearing up for several weeks of winter testing to validate the truck's performance in cold weather and low traction conditions. We are excited to share insights from the winter with you, as we will be able to highlight the major advantages of electric traction and motor control, which no diesel powertrain can match." End quote. Lastly, it would seem that Tesla hasn't exactly finalized the charge standard for the truck. Quote, "Over the last 2 years, we have also been actively engaged with Charin, an industry working group representing OEMs, customers, and charging equipment suppliers. Charin has been working to define a standard for charging heavy-duty electric vehicles, and we have shared our expertise in designing high-speed charging solutions with Charin stakeholders. We hope to be able to share the good outcome of those conversations with you in the coming months. Stay tuned." End quote. That is it for today's show. Thanks to all my patrons supporting the show at patreon.com/Tesla Tidbits. And as always, a special shout out to all the super patrons supporting the show at the $10 plus level. They are Ryan Scarborough, Lee Sweet, William Henry Crew III, Dorian Steve Guberman, Ralph and Cheryl Waterhouse, Megawatt Photovoltaic Development, Todd Sullivan, Mitch Long, Zortec LED Canada, Morvan Ogg, Raymond and Deborah Malkowitz, T Sportline, Travis and Cheyenne Rush, Chris Hovis, Craig Murphy, Vicky Kirk, Ricky Johnston, Nathan Garza, Paul Gona, Ed Patterman, and Sunil Joseph. If you have feedback for me, the best way to be heard is to tweet at Tesla Tidbits and use the hashtag AskTeslaTidbits if you'd like your question to be considered for the show. Until next time, keep it charged and hit the road.